So, I'm. So, I usually. All my videos are like this. They're very like on my phone type of situation because I don't know, find it easier, fun. So, I want to talk about the James Charles things. I'm not going to be talking about what everyone's been talking about because, like, he lost almost 2 million subscribers. Love that for him. I want to talk about his apology video. People are talking about all the things that he's done, and I would recommend anyone to go watch Tati's video, subscribe to her, because she is wonderful. Like, I love her. She's always been very truthful about everything. Her reviews, like, she doesn't pander. Like, she's amazing. And in regards to his apology video, I waited because I knew that I would be very pissed off, because watching that video was the most... That's what he did during the whole video. I know that I did a lot of untruthful... He talked so slow and just so many pauses. Like, the video is like 4 minutes, and the pauses that he did were probably like 2 minutes. And all he does is play the victim card, saying, poor me, like, I've done a lot of, like, scandals and a lot of controversies, and I've gotten a lot of problems, but I always learn, and this won't be the last. And it's like, Tati made a 40-minute video about you. You should have at least done the same, about responding to each accusation, each thing, and especially not the day after. You should have waited, you should have reflected, you should have thought about what's happening, why is this going on. But because you made a response so hypocrite and just so unauthentic, people noticed that, and people just started unsubscribing. Like, I was never subscribed, so I know people are doing that whole thing, like, oh, I never had the satisfaction, but that's kind of true. I wish I could have been able to, like, unsubscribe. But his video was just the most... Oh, I'm not sorry, but I am sorry. I only care because now it's affecting me. And big followers like Kylie Jenner, Shawn Mendes, Iggy Azalea, Emma Chamberlain, the Dolan twins, not following him anymore. The minute that money was being touched, in the sense of, like, he could lose sponsorships, he could lose a lot of money, that's when he was like, oh shit, I gotta do something, But instead of thinking of, like, hire a PR person if you're really that, hire someone who knows how to do this. But, like, at the same time, it's like, you could have just tweeted out, like, hey guys, I saw Tati's video, I want time to reflect, I will talk, like, just... And coming off with the whole scandal, like, he had scandal over scandal over scandal, like, the whole 500 VIP, like, Jeffree, I think his, to meet him, it costs, like, sometimes they're free, and other times I think they cost, like, $40, but, like, $40 are way more reasonable than 500, and especially, like, some YouTubers do meet and greets in, like, auditoriums, and they do other stuff. Oh, no, it's not Jeffree Star, it's Jacksepticeye. He did a meet and greet, and he does a bunch of stuff, and, like, you feel like you're getting your money's worth, whereas and honestly, I can't imagine how it's gonna play out, because right now he's in Australia, I think. He's somewhere overseas. And I genuinely don't know what's gonna happen now, and I think he must be metaphorically and literally shitting bricks right now, because he is very money-oriented. He hasn't been shy of how business and money-oriented he is, and this is going to screw him over so bad, because it wasn't just the fact, like, him and certain other YouTubers that we all know who it is, don't have to mention them, love controversies, love scandals, because it brings up their numbers. In this scenario, it wasn't a controversy or scandal that he planned, that he could kind of control. It was out of his hands, and especially because Gabriel Zamora just this is the second time, honestly. I don't know, can we cancel him again? And I hate cancel culture, but, like, really, dude, this is the second time that he has butt his nose into people's business where it doesn't have to be, and he essentially instigated, like, even though Tati even said that she messed up about doing the live stream, but Gabriel kept pushing her and being like, just sit on a video, just spill your truth, and she did, and she ruined James's career and his, because people are just like, really, dude, the second time, how are you always in the middle of stuff? And it's like, when you're shown that people don't change, accept that truth. Don't just accept it. And the thing is, YouTubers aren't celebrities in the sense of, like, for example, if Jennifer Aniston, if there's like a 5% or 10% of her population of her fans don't like her, and that's totally fine. She's still gonna make money because she's still gonna be a popular actress. She's gonna have other people who love her. But YouTubers, they're based on fans. Like, they're based on people who watch them. Like, that's where they get their money. And for him to just keep on playing, like, I remember his sob stories. Like, I remember there was a video that he did, 15 minutes, 4 ads in it. And he's like, I work hard, and I do this. And it's like, dude, yes, you work hard, but, like, have some, like, it should make sense. Be coherent on what you're trying to say and what you, like, 4 ads, people. 4 ads. And he always, like, I'm revolutionary. Like that Met Gala post where he was like, I'm the catalyst. Like, he really, his head got so big that he thought that he could do whatever he wanted and nothing could go wrong. And Tati went there. Tati said everything that she needed to say because she knew that it got to a point where it was compromising her values as a person. When he's going to be a predator and trying to change people, being like, oh, there's no straight people. Like, can you imagine if the roles were reversed? And it is, that's an argument that people say that, oh yeah, gay people don't exist. You're just, just be straight. And then for him to do the same thing, being like, oh, straight people don't exist, like, I'm gonna turn someone, like, that's so messed up. Like, that's literally what creepy guys do to lesbians, where they're like, oh, I can change you, like, I can make you straight again. It's like, how can you do, like, belonging to a community, the LGBT community, knowing the dialogue or the discord that people have about that, and then you're gonna turn around and do the same thing and be like, oh, I'm still a celebrity, so I can do anything I want? Like, no, celebrities are held to a really high standard because there's a lot of people looking at them, and the fact that you thought that you could just get away with things. And I hate that people are like, oh, he's a child. He's not a child. Even when he was 17, he still wasn't a child. I knew at 17, 18, 19 that there are things that you just couldn't say, that there are things that are just inappropriate. If he was 14, 15, because there are YouTubers who are that young, and if they do something that's stupid, or if there are YouTubers who are now 20 and things get brought up from, like, when they were 13, then yes, I will totally accept that they were kids and they were stupid, because I was a kid, I was stupid. But for him to come and be like, oh, I'm sorry, like, how can a person get into so many scandals when we just say, you know what, it's enough? There are YouTubers that get into so many scandals, and they're scandals that are just completely, how? Like, you look at Tana, you look at Jake, there's scandals that are just like, and they're still popular because, a lot of their subscribers are kids. Others are not. Some of them are adults, some of them are teens, and you choose who you support, and power to you if you want to support them. But it's like, when is it going to, like, someone filmed a dead body and they're still famous, so, like, what is the limit? What is the limit? We have seen YouTubers done illegal things, and yes, they were canceled, but they were really not canceled, they were sent to jail. So it's not like they put up content, but I swear that if they could still, like, you have Sam Pepper, who he was canceled. He, like, had a court case, and he still uploads videos, and people still watch them. And he's still friends with Bella Thorne and stuff like that. I don't know if she knows his, like, history, so I'm not gonna say anything. But, like, when are we gonna hold people accountable? When is that gonna happen? Like, and it should be anyone. And I'm not saying to go and harass people or, like, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm just saying, in this case, let him metaphorically die. He has been canceled. He has done horrible things. If he matures and changes and actually changes, not changes just because his money is getting into jeopardy, if he genuinely changes, then yes, support him again. But for now, let him. It's like, I hate that I'm going to compare this to this, but it's kind of like the whole Chris Brown situation, where Justin Bieber, he uploaded an image comparing Chris Brown to Tupac and to Michael Jackson, essentially saying, like, oh, we need to support the legends while they're alive. And then other artists were like, oh yes, love that, emojis, heart emojis, like, this man is a domestic abuser. This man has had other cases apart from Rihanna. And you're just... And then, and people obviously were calling out Justin, and then he posted, like, oh, I'm depressed, like, that's bullying, and it's like, depression isn't your crutch, and to make excuses and being like, oh yeah, I was a bad person, but, like, I'm depressed, so, like, you can't do anything. Like, that's not how it works. And I don't want to go on a tangent because I don't want this video to be super long, but, like, hold people accountable. It doesn't matter how much money they have, how much influence they have, hold them accountable. We see this in so many different cases, from, like, a James Charles to a Chris Brown to, like, for example, there's this whole case in Colombia that's been going on for, like, 9 years with Colmenares, where rich people just get away with it. just hold people accountable. And I know it seems hard, especially when people who have a lot of money, a lot of power, can get away with a lot of things. Still hold them accountable because they're your values as a person. So yeah, summary is James Charles, his apology video was shit, and he should have genuinely waited, and he should have made a longer video, and he shouldn't have been so fake on that video. Like, that was like I was watching a Laura Lee apology video. Like, Laura Lee must be so happy because her name is being brought up again, so she's trending it again because people are comparing his apology to hers. If he is like this, like talking very loud, very emotive, he should have been like that. I remember when Logan Paul took out his video of like apology, he was like, I am so sorry that that's not Logan Paul. Like, and I don't know, in his case, he obviously had a very bad PR person, but in this case, James did not consult his PR person, he just did it, and it just, when did you think that putting up a 4-minute apology video is going to fix things? Like, it made it so much worse, and he went from 16 million to 4 million in like 2 days. Not even two, like, I think a day or two. Well, yeah, it's almost the complete second day, but like literally like that. Like, she literally Thanos'd him. So just remember, you have power in who you watch and who you support, and you can make people change. And I know that sounds kind of like what, but like I said, James is going to change because his money is going to come into play, because sponsorships are going to drop him, and that's kind of sad that that's what's going to make him change. But it's the real truth in some people's cases, so I'm going to stop it there, because, yeah.